So this is a video game review of the latest game from StumpedSoft. This is actually a game I made back in September, text-based stump game. I already showed props. I have not showed Ohadi. So here's all my code. There's like 580 some lines of code I wrote, and we'll go ahead and run it. And this is like a basic game. It's still in its early stages, and I haven't worked on it in 3 months, basically. So I'm running it through Python as the programming language. This is version 3.2 of Stumped. Like I said, created by StumpedSoft. We'll press enter to continue. I don't know how well you can see it through the character, or through the camera. But select a character, micro med. So we hit one. Say pick Mike. We hit one. You have selected Mike, an excellent choice. Press enter to continue. You are now in the front yard of the Ohadi house. So you can type basic directions: north, south, east, west. So we'll type south. This is kind of reminiscent of the text-based games from the early 90s. I actually used to play some, and maybe you both, props, how do you have? I don't know. So we go south, and we're now inside the Ohadi house, and we see that there's a knife on the kitchen. So we can say take knife, enter, you take the knife. Then it wants a command. Now, the user, like I just hit enter after because I didn't know what to hit next, and so I brought up this error thing where it's telling me to type north, south, or weapons. So we can hit like type weapons and enter, and it just says we have knife. It's all the weapons we have so far. So we'll go south again, and we're now in the Ohadi's backyard. Hey, there's a rake on the ground, right? So take rake. Take the rake. And then we can go south again, and you're now at the stump, and then it says you can check your weapons by typing weapons, and next to the stump is the book of the bark, etc. So let's go north, and I'll show you there's some hidden things in the game. Now we're in the Ohadi house. Let's go north again. Now we're in the front yard. We can go west. We're at the west neighbor's house, and we can go south. You're now in the west neighbor's backyard. There's a crazy dog barking. There's a crazy barking dog in the backyard. It's coming to attack you. We'll go north again. Go back inside of me's neighbor's house. We can actually, I think, it's been a while since I played this, like 3 months. I think I can say, is it go to garage? Oops. Go to garage. Yeah. Okay, so if you type in, this is kind of like an Easter egg cheat code thing. Type in go to garage. You are now in the west neighbor's garage. There's an M1 Abrams tank in the garage. So we'll take the tank. You take the tank. Okay, so now we'll go west. Crud. South? Now I kind of forget where to go. Actually, you know what? We're going to cheat because it's been 3 months since I programmed this, and I don't remember and even looked at this thing, and I kind of don't remember how to get out of the garage, which is like a hidden layer. But I have all the source code in front of me. So we're going to go to the source code so I can figure out how to get out of Amid's neighbor's garage. And by the way, this was a great exercise in learning how to program because I had to use all the stuff I had learned. I had to use functions, variables, if-then statements, checking to see if conditions are true, etc. And so I haven't really mastered classes yet, but I didn't actually use any classes in this code. But I kind of felt like I had mastered the basics and maybe even the intermediate of programming by doing a simple game. So west neighbor's house. I might have to type go to house. I should have known it. Dang it. All right, so So here, go to house, enter. Okay, now we're back inside the west neighbor's house. We go north to go back to the front yard, to his front yard, and then we can go east to go back to Amid's front yard. And I think this is another cheat code thing. We can type northwest, even though it says go north, south, or weapons, and hit enter. We're at the fence, the famous fence. If you type in northwest, we can type take fence and actually take the fence. You take the fence. So then we hit southeast, and we're now back in the beach's front yard. So you get the idea of the game. It's just, like I said, text only. You make up, you can take weapons, fight. I need to finish this game, but like fight the Stump and all this stuff. And the nice thing about it is there's really no limit as to what you can do as a programmer, as to what you can put in the game, because it's all text-based. So it's like you're writing a story. If you want to put it in a fighter jet, you just type the words, that there's a fighter jet in the front yard or whatever. Or if you want to put a time vortex in Amid's bedroom, you could just type that in. Like, you entered Amid's bedroom, there's a time vortex, and the user could say, enter vortex, and then there you go. So you don't have to draw anything, you don't have to do any graphics in this game. So as a programmer, it's really easy, and you can be really creative because there's really no limit. You can just type in whatever weapons or scenes or whatever you want to have the user go to, which is really nice. I'm going to stop the code, the program, clear it out, and start over. So I mentioned that there's hidden stuff. I mentioned like the tank in the garage. You can go to the fence, etc. At the fence at the corner of Ibsen Drive. Now here at the beginning, it's select a character, Mike and Amid, and that's showing up blurry on my camera. It's probably showing up blurry on your screen, but it says Mike and Amid, 1 or 2. And so if you type in 10, like there's certain numbers where there's hidden characters. So 10, you have unlocked the secret character Bruce Campbell. Press enter to continue. Press enter. You are now in the front yard of a Hottie house. There's a few other hidden characters in there that the user could do. If we type weapons as Bruce Campbell, it comes with chainsaw and shotgun. So, yeah, it's kind of like a funny little gag. Show you one other hidden character. Press enter to continue. We'll type 20. And, whoa, hold up. You have unlocked the secret character Sabin Hodge. Don't worry, he's got you. Sabin from the My Computer skit we filmed 10 years ago is now a character in this game. For him, you type in weapons and... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this brought this up because I hit enter. It wasn't at a place where I could type in the weapons yet, but Mr. Ohadi has asked you to house sit while the Ohadis go on vacation. Please select a response. So this is like the last 2 times the house sat for you is number 1. Number 2 is, sorry, Mr. Ohadi, but I don't have a job, so I can't house sit. This is a reference to the actual skit we filmed 10 years ago. If you type in 2, it just ends the game. Mr. Ohadi looks at you puzzled, but just shrugs his shoulders and finds somebody else. The game's over. So that ends the game. So we'll type 20 again. So we'll type 1, and that's basically the user accepting the challenge. And now they're in the Ohadi house. Knife on the kitchen counter. We'll type weapons. And he comes with huge muscles, Sabin. So that's his default weapon he comes with. Whereas Bruce Campbell comes with a chainsaw and shotgun. And Mike and Amid characters come with nothing. Yeah, they have to go. Those are the 2 characters, Mike and Amid, that the user would know that they could select, and they come with no weapons as a default. And then the user would go through and pick up the rake and a knife and maybe probably a shovel and whatever else they want throughout the game, or the M1 Abrams tank in the neighbor's garage if they discover that Easter egg or cheat code or whatever you want to call it. So there you have it, Stumped video game.